As an empath and clairvoyant, I've learned to trust the subtle whispers of my intuition, even when they contradict logic. After ignoring these messages for years, I finally understood intuition is not a nice to have, it's essential for navigating life's challenges. I'm going to share with you how you can develop and trust your intuitive intelligence, even if you've spent years silencing it. Intuition isn't magic or even psychic ability, though it can include those elements. It's your inner wisdom, the culmination of experiences, knowledge, but most importantly, that energetic awareness. I'm a Capricorn sun sign who built successful business through logic, through strategy, through goal setting, numbers, and I initially dismissed my intuition as irrational. After years and years and years of ignoring it, I realized making decisions that I was doing were better, not just for me, but for my business when I included my intuition. So I've broken it down into 3 primary ways that my intuitive intelligence communicates with me. Claircognizance, which is the sudden knowing without explanation, almost like this divine shot of information comes in. I also get visions or mental images, seeing pictures in my mind's eye, and then clairsentience, so the physical feeling through my body, tingles up and down my spine or on my arms, or even a special pain when someone is communicating something to me. As humans, and especially as Americans, we're conditioned to prioritize logic over intuition. As a marketing strategist for over 14 years, I was rewarded for data-driven, for making more money, while my intuitive hits were often dismissed. But here's what I learned. Intuition operates on a different timeline than logic. It sees patterns and connections, and oftentimes feels totally different than that logical mind. When I began seriously developing my intuition, I would create a tracking system. I would journal about it. Each morning I'd wake up and I'd write down my intuitive hits. These are things that came from the dream space, or as I was writing, things that were just being messaged to me. At the end of the day, I noted which of the ones came true. And then within 30 days, I noticed that my accuracy rate was 78%. Obi agrees. Within 90 days, it went up to 92%. And then I started to trust it more. So of course it would speak to me more too. And you don't need to be gifted or have a special gift of intuition. It's within us, all of us as humans. Of course, some of us have more of that strength than others, but these are some simple practices you can do to strengthen your intuition. Every morning when you wake up, ask your intuitive intelligence, what do I need to know today? And then write it down, because you're gonna forget if you don't. At the day's end, go back to that morning note and just review. Were those messages accurate? Were part of it accurate? Maybe you didn't write them all down. So not all intuitive messages are equal. It's important to learn to distinguish between the fear-based, something bad will happen, versus like a protective intuition. Put your dog on a leash right now, another dog is coming. That's some messages I get. Or expansion-based intuition. Say yes to this opportunity, even though logically it may not make sense. Trusting your intuition isn't about making perfect decisions. It's about building a relationship with your inner wisdom. As I write in my book, it all begins with you. The wisdom we seek is found within. Doing the inner work and noting these things has allowed me to fall in love with myself. Your intuition is your direct line to this inner wisdom. Start listening today, and your future self will thank you.